Hello and welcome to Live at the Showgrounds. Glenavon are the team in town this weekend, this being the 100th clash between the two clubs. And there's some big team news as well for the Bannsiders, missing Ben Doherty and Jamie Glacken, both of course influential figures for Coleraine so far this season. Let's see how the two teams fare. Coleraine continue to chalk up points in pursuit of Linfield at the top of the table. And today, manager Oran Kearney makes 3 changes from midweek. Missing from the squad are Jamie Glacken and that man Ben Doherty. Both, we are told, are carrying minor niggles. In come Evan Tweed and James McLaughlin. Lyndon Kane returns at right back in place of Ronan Wilson, who has to settle today for a place on the bench. Ben Doherty, Jamie Glacken missing today. How crucial, David, are they?
Gary has his team playing really well. They come off the back of a couple of big performances. They've even beaten Glenavon this year as well. So this will be another difficult game, like we say most Saturdays. Do a lot more running, going back towards his own goals.
Decent cross into the box, and at the back post, is it over the line? Gareth Dean has it on the goal line, and Matthew Snoddy thought he'd scored for Glenavon. It was all about the cross that put Colerane's defenders under heaps of pressure. Deep cross, and Snoddy was at the back post.
People play on, but I can't say either way, but my initial reaction was that it was a goal.
Matthew Fitzpatrick just failed to get to. Still the pressure comes from Glenavon. Change coming up any second now, and I think it's going to be Andy Hall. He must be carrying some kind of an injury here for Glenavon. It's in towards Curtis Allen. Falls to McLaughlin. Good defending as well. Owen Bradley, you can see out warming up. He could be an option here in the second half as Tim Marshall blows for half-time. Half-time in which the hosts, Coleraine, have struggled.
If we just taken a little bit more time.
Flick on from Allen and then McLaughlin. Carson. Great shot from Carson, it's deflected, and that's a fine save from Highland. That's better from the Bannsiders.
Yeah, that's a top save. He's going the other way. Josh Carson did ever so well down this right hand side here, cutting inside in his left foot. Faked as if he was going to pass it in the second touch. He just caught a deflection off the Glenavon defender and pulled off a super save, and the danger was cleared.
And what about the link-up play there in the first instance, David, between Allen and McLaughlin as well?
Yeah, again, this is what I'm saying. Good early ball, and they won that first ball. Coleraine,
header towards goal, and it's just gone over the top. That's what he's saying there, David, isn't it? He's got a bit of a calf issue.
Yeah, his hamstring or his calf, probably. Maybe it was that last run, putting on the afterburners, and outdoing coaches caused him a bit of a twinge.
Carson, back to Parkhill. Oh, what a ball that is. To Curtis Allen! And this could be the game's big talking point. Curtis Allen goes down. The challenge by the goalkeeper.
For me, that's a penalty, Barry. I'm sorry, he's given a free kick outside the box, but for me, that's a penalty. I'm nearly sure if we see a replay at all.
That's a yellow card. Curtis Allen did brilliantly to skip the ball past the goalkeeper. That is just outside. It's just outside. It's a correct decision.
Yeah. Great opportunity here for Bradley.
Here's Bradley. Oh, back off the post! Goodness me, how have Coleraine not scored?
I'm not sure. I think it came back off the post and hit Curtis Allen, and the goalkeeper's picked it up.
Ran beyond the Coleraine man. Here is Matthew Shevlin. First sight of goal, Shevlin. Surely let the play go there, David.
Yeah, they still
don't like that refereeing. Good cross towards Shevlin. Can win it again, and the goalkeeper hesitates. Lowry into Nixon. Nixon! Oh, he's hit the post! Goodness me. The Bannsiders so close yet again.
All the calmness from Stephen Lowry. He just put his foot in the ball. People thought he was going to shoot, and he just picks that lovely little 5-yard pass and allows Nixon to get turned in the box.
Get another win to keep tabs on Linfield. the top of the table. Lyndon Kane. Oh goodness, that was a big opportunity. Lowry, Shevlin into Bradley. Great ball from Bradley. Goodness me. Here's Carson with a corner kick. Goodness me, this is exciting. Carson. Great ball in. O'Donnell heads it down. Here's Perkis. Can he get it round the wall? Perkis. Answer is yes, he can get it round the wall. He can get it over the stand as well.
Which wall are you talking about? Talking the wall at the back of the stand.
In the second half, Glenavon organising their wall. Here's Bradley. Bradley. Goodness me. He knows how close that was. Holds his head in his hands, and it just needed to dip.
Yeah, it was so close. You even seen the back of the net rippling as it went over the crossbar. It must have been just over the crossbar and no more.
Here's Gareth Dean. All the outfield Coleraine players forward. Canning. Forward to O'Donnell. Josh Carson. What can he deliver here? Is it Shevlin at the back? And there is the referee's full-time whistle. It finishes 0-0 at the showgrounds in an entertaining second half. There wasn't much to talk about in the first half, bar Matthew Snoddy having a volley at the back post that was saved by Gareth Dean.
Lauren, it's probably fair to say that was a game of two halves this afternoon.
I think so, and I said that to Gareth, we both agreed probably at the final whistle. I thought Glenavon probably definitely edged the first half. Gareth Dean's pulled off two superb saves to get us in 0-0 at half time, but we've been in that scenario a few times this year, and we know that against good sides you're not going to dominate a game for 90 minutes, so sometimes you have to spend a half without the ball or spend a half trying to stay in the game, and we've done that with the help of Gareth. And I thought second half, when we addressed things at half time, we got a far better performance. And we've created a multitude of chances, and just frustrating that we just couldn't put the ball in the back of the net today to get the 3 points.
And hit the post twice in the second half. It just seemed it was going to go on in days, or it just wasn't going to go over the line.
Well, it's great. Even the one that comes back off the post from Skinner's free kick, it probably comes back at a bullet to Curtis, and that's probably the person that you want there in relation to tapping it into the net, and he rolls it the only place you can, or it bounces off him and goes straight into the keeper, and that probably epitomised the day from that point of view. Shirley's been unlucky, the one that's hit the post. Josh has got in and been unlucky. We've had other chances in there as well, and it just turned out a very frustrating day.
And the second half, the goalkeeper takes out Curtis Allen. Yellow card, correct decision?
It's hard to know. For me, Curtis has just gone past the keeper. It's definitely outside the area, which makes it a yellow or which makes it a foul. I think the argument is nowadays that should be a red card for a goal scoring opportunity and a yellow on a penalty if it's inside, so there's no double whammy of a punishment. So they'll argue maybe there's a defender trying to make his way there. I'd back Curtis from that distance with the goals that Curtis has scored in this league. So how that can't be deemed a goal scoring chance is frustrating on our part.
I know Jamie Glacken today or Ben Doherty. Do you expect any of them back anytime soon?
We don't know. We'll be back in on Monday night, and we'll see how we go then. And it's just the toll of games more than anything else. And Ben's is more of a rolled ankle, and Glacken's more muscular. So again, hopefully they make good recovery over the weekend, and we'll make those assessments on Monday night.
And a big game on Wednesday night against Linfield.
Yeah, it is, and people have been, I think, quick to say it there that we've 10 or 11 games left, and we play all the teams around us, and that's one way of being in control of what you want to happen. So we have to go there on Wednesday night. We've had many a good performance up there in the last couple of seasons, and Wednesday night needs to be no different.
Well, London, 0-0 draw against Glenavon this afternoon. Must be a frustrating one for you.
Very frustrating. Probably game of two halves. Listen, if we want to do well and kick on, we need to start games better. We can't afford to put in performances like that in the first half and expect to go on and win games. You put yourself under pressure because really we only played well for 45 minutes. So second half we done well. We put them under pressure, but just couldn't get the goal in the end.
I think it felt like the writing was on the wall whenever we hit the post twice in the second half.
Yeah, without a doubt. Obviously Skinner's free kick. I thought it was in at the time, and it's come out, hit Curtis in the chest, and then Stewardy's come on, hit the post as well, and it just doesn't fall to anyone either. So as you say, obviously you think the writing's on the wall, but you always believe that you're going to get the goal and go on and get the win, and obviously we kept pushing, but unfortunately it didn't come today.
And you missed the match on Tuesday night against Lauren. Do you feel fully fit now, or what's it?
I feel good. I had a wee scare last week just after the Glenavon game. Felt my foot a wee bit, just not the one that I'd had the trouble with before, but I feel good now. Obviously I had a bit of a crazy week. The thoughts were going through my head, thinking the worst, but glad to be back out there, and just delighted to be back playing.
And Linfield Wednesday night, Is it a game you feel we have to take 3 points? We want to keep tabs on?
Yeah, without a doubt. Obviously, I think if they win tonight, it'll be 9 points behind with a game in hand. So obviously there's still a lot of football to be played, and all the, like the top teams, the teams are in around the top six have to play each other maybe twice over rather than even just one in the split. So listen, it's going to be, there's still plenty of time left, but obviously we're going there and we want to get 3 points, nothing less.